Hi YouTube! So we are coming up to the end of our 7th week post-Caesar. I have started driving again, got the clearance for that. Got the clearance for that a fair while ago. Anyway, I went to see my doctor in the last couple of days and got cleared for jogging. So I actually today, it's an amazing day outside, so I started, put the hand weights on and just started with a very brisk walk. I've been doing so much walking that just actually a really nice brisk walk, started to get that heartbeat up, and then it was only towards the end of, it was just a bit of a walk around a park, so it was just towards the end section of the walk that I decided to start very lightly jogging, just kind of, how does it feel, and, if just kind of testing it out a little bit. So it was really good. I was really, 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 really proud of myself for kind of taking that step, because I think that that's going to be one of the keys to kind of recovery in a way, because, when you go jogging, you kind of get those endorphins up, you're pumping the blood around. I'm hopefully going to be able to tone up just a little bit so I can get back into my old jeans. So jogging, as well as just my normal walking and Pilates, will hopefully all get me back to kind of my normal self. So it's been on my mind for a while, and I've actually spent a lot of time off Facebook. I've been logged off. And happily too. We've got lots of fantastic friends, we've got fantastic friends who are pregnant at the moment, and some that have just had their babies, and although I love our friends absolutely dearly and they are very decent people and totally deserving to have kids, it can be really, really, really hard to see. It's like, yes, wonderful, another couple gets to take their baby home, fantastic, slam down the laptop and walk off. So yeah, my main way of resolving that has been actually staying off Facebook. You see little babies in the street and it doesn't really affect me so much anymore. I saw a mother's group on a walk recently, just to kind of, I don't know, they must have been doing, I don't know, a mother's group type thing, you know what they look like. And instead of just rivaling up in hatred, I'm just like, good for them. Good for them, neither love it nor hate it, it's just good for them. I'm starting to get a little bit more neutral with how I feel about people with their babies, So yeah, we've got a couple of friends that are having babies soon, and it's really been playing on my mind, how am I going to react? Am I going to find out that they've had the kid and then just storm off and need a whole heap of space to cry and just kind of, am I going to be grieving all over again, or what's going to happen? And I'm at a loss to know what I'm going to be like and how to deal with it. What I've decided to do, we've got a resource called SANDS, S-A-N-D-S. They help parents or family essentially of babies that passed away from stillborn, maybe miscarriage, and babies that have passed soon, in their newborn age, I think. Anyway, so they've got 24-hour hotline, and I thought to myself, okay, how am I going to deal with this? Because it's going to happen. People are going to have babies in our friendship groups and our, in our immediate community, and how am I going to deal with that without, it's one of those things that you kind of really want to have the right advice, the right information, and not be frustrated with things. So I'm going to call these people when I find, if maybe even not, like I was thinking, if I get really upset and kind of overwhelmed by it all, then I would definitely give them a call. And I was like, well, maybe I'll give them a call regardless. Maybe it might be it might be something good to walk through with them. I say actually speaking to these trained people, they're not psychologists or counsellors that I'm aware of. They're just trained individuals who I think have experienced a loss or been involved in something like that. There are a few things in the process that I've had to deal with that I haven't wanted to invite anyone to kind of support me through. I went and saw our baby at the funeral home. I needed to see her and give her a letter of, you know, I'd written a letter to say goodbye, and I needed to deliver it to her. It wasn't initially my plan to see her again as passed away, but it turned out to be something that I needed to do. And I didn't want to invite anyone, you know. Dale decided it wasn't for him to do. He was with Chloe when she passed. It was really just something that I needed to do for myself. So I decided, right, there's no one else in the world that I want to even consider asking, because it's such a very personal thing to do. But also I wouldn't want to put that on someone, because, you know, they'd be wanting to help. So especially like this, it's like, how, you know, with something so delicate as this, as other friends having babies, I think it's just really delicate. And so yeah, I'm gonna use a resource, speak to them once I kind of find out that the baby's all healthy and all good. Because the shitty thing in our situation is everyone else seems to have the good, you know, healthy babies, which should happen. It's supposed to happen. We're the exception, which drives us insane and pisses us off and makes us mad and hate the world sometimes. But then we realise that we have each other, and we're very actually lucky that, you know, I'm still here. It's something to be thankful for. Still can't connect very well to it. And I have my birthday coming up next month, and a wedding next month, and I don't want to celebrate my birthday at all. It kind of makes me hurt to want to celebrate it. My cousin was really sweet. She's like, "Rob, okay, you don't have to celebrate it. I might just not celebrate it with you, if that's all right. I'll come over and we can just not celebrate together." Like, okay, you can come over and not celebrate it with me. Yeah, I hadn't really realised how difficult it would be. You know, celebrating Dale's birthday was hard. I was thinking about Christmas and going, I just don't want to even participate in it. You know, I don't know what I'm going to be like, but I don't think I want to. And it's yesterday was the Bali bombing 10-year anniversary, and surprisingly I actually connected with a few of the people that were interviewed, so like actual survivors and parents of kids that had passed, and it was very strange to listen to their stories and how they've dealt with everything after 10 years. And I'm like, oh my God, I can very much appreciate it. You know, I've lost just grandparents, and that's hard enough. But, you know, the father was kind of saying that losing a child is not like losing a parent or losing a brother or sister. It is unlike any other grief that you can imagine. I mean, for him, he had a son who was obviously, you know, in his teens or in his 20s or something like that, and so he would actually see people on the street who looked like him, and he would, you know, have a double take and freak out. I mean, every baby reminds us of, you know, what we don't have, I guess, and what's not with us, and what's not in our pram, and but yeah, I think it's all about choices. I was talking to a friend about it. This guy, he was a survivor. I think he might have either been at the bar as part of the explosion and walked away, or had friends that were there, but he stayed at the hotel or something. And he said, you know, I could make it, you know, the bombings happened. It's just what happened. Regardless of the hatred, the terrorism, Bali bombings happened. It killed people. People died. That's the simplicity of it. That's what happened. I have a choice. I can either become an absolute drunk and, you know, full of this, you know, just not participate in life, or I can make a choice and participate in life and be a constructive human being. Okay, let's be a constructive human being. Let's just make that choice. That's simple, isn't it? And I think it took him a really long time to get there, to realise that, you know, he's just slugging it out and can't really manage it, can't deal with it. And then he, you know, it must have only been maybe a couple of years ago that he kind of, you know, saw the light and kind of went, what am I doing with myself? You know, okay, I have a choice to make. Do I die? Do I just essentially drop off the face of the earth, or do I actually be part of this world?